Hello, everybody. It's Thursday, October 28th, and we're kind of seeing gold bouncing around a little bit with, to my mind, no clear trend. Um, and I just wanted to kind of get everybody's take on whether they thought this is related to the sort of holding pattern that we're involved in. With the pending QE2 and U.S. elections coming up. Seems like we don't have any clear definition of where the dollar is going to go, which is directly correlated with where the price of gold is going to go. So, for those of you who are curious about gold and silver, one of the things that I like to explain about gold and silver is the buy-in, if you will, or the faith that some of the big fish have in gold and precious metals. There's a lot of information out there on the internet floating around about reasons why gold and silver are good commodities to own. But two of the names that come to mind when I think about big fish are George Soros and Jim Rogers. George Soros is heavily invested in GLD, which is the gold exchange traded fund that's traded on the New York Stock Exchange and can be bought and sold through the various online brokers. He's a major, significant holder of GLD. And Jim Rogers, who's made his fortune in the commodities space, says that it's basically not time to sell. He says that there may be a short-term correction, but that long-term he sees the dollar significantly weakening and sees the price of gold and silver increasing in correlation to that. And it's all based on the premise that the U.S. central bank will continue to pump in liquidity in the form of paper dollars into the system, regardless whether you feel that that's a good idea or a bad idea, or whether it's necessary or unnecessary. It seems like there is a consensus when you go out and look at some of the interviews that people have given to news sources like Bloomberg, CNBC, and the like. It seems like these are fairly credible individuals, and again, we might individually agree or disagree with the reasons behind why they're pumping more money into the system, but it's clear that they are going to pump more money into the system. And that's going to affect the price of commodities. So if anybody has any comments, feel free to comment on this either by video or by comment. And I'd love to hear your thoughts.